Hello students, welcome to MBA360. Most of the students who want to join an MBA college want to understand what kind of placements happen, what kind of companies come there for placement, and what kind of median salaries and placement percentages that happen. What we've done is now we actually have the latest data of the top 100 B schools in this country based on the kind of data filing that they done with the Government of India, Ministry of Education for a purpose of the National Institutional Ranking Framework ranking, which is NIRF ranking. And that data we collated, and what we're about to present to you is essentially the top 100 B schools and what kind of placement they have. While I open that sheet, let me explain to you how it works. A lot of people look at the top line numbers or the headline numbers and say everything is working out well. But when you drill deeper into the data, you suddenly understand that not all top 100 deserve to be in the top 100, because there might be business schools which are doing far better, but because they have fallen apart in one of those parameters, it creates a problem for them. So what we've done is now the top 100 also we split that into multiple sections so that we can explain to you how you must look at data and what is the kind of placements that happen in the top 100 B schools in this country. Let me show it to you. So we're talking of top 100 MBA institutions based on NIRF ranking and how is the placement and median salary across those institutions, and we also deeply analyze them. I'll explain to you how it works out. Now, some of you might also want to some kind of assistance or help in preparation for MBA. So we at Career 360 are doing our own bit in terms of creating some free, ebooks that you can download for your preparation purposes. One of them is past 10 years CAT question papers with solutions. CAT 22 year-wise chapter weightage with practice questions, CAT 20 vocabulary builder, and so on and so forth. If you want any of these ebooks, please note down these ebooks. If you want any of those ebooks, send us a message on this number 8130376334. Send us a message MBA and we'll have it sent to you. Now we also partnered with Career Launcher this year, where Career Launcher conducts free mock tests in a real life situation across their centers in the country. So if you want to get into one of those mock tests to understand where you stand, and they're real, they mimic the real mock test that would happen, then please register for us. Send us a message CL on this number, and again we will actually have you registered into the CL mock test series also. Now let's talk of the top 100. So what we did when we were trying to analyze this is we separated all the IIMs, because IIMs are a separate breed altogether, and of course there are a few other B schools which are also separated out. But the first thing we did was we separated out all MBAs, IIMs. And how many IIMs are there? About 20 IIMs which have an intake of 8,548, admitted 8,551, which means they admitted 3 students more than what they could, what was intake, and that might be because of lateral admission that might happen. Of this 8,551, 8,379 graduated, which means that these people were admitted 2 years back. Remember that. Of this 8,379 placed for 8,283, which is a 99.41% placement, because 47 moved for higher education, and 98.85% against graduated. So these are graduated. 8,379 is graduated. 8,283 is placed, which means 98.85% placement, and the median salary is 21 lakh rupees. These, as far as IIMs is concerned. I've already done a detailed video of the placement of IIMs across all the 20 IIMs, where some of them are having 12 lakh salaries, some of them are having 14 lakh salaries. In fact, 6 of them are having a salary of less than 15 lakh rupees, and 2 of them are actually having a salary of 12 lakhs and below, median salary. And when you deal with a 12 lakh median salary, remember, you will also have a 6 lakh, 7 lakh kind of a salary that is out there, because median salary is 12 lakh rupees. So you must remember that all IIMs are not the same IIMs. Of course, the baby IIMs, some of them are delivering very less. In fact, IIM Amritsar, the median salary fell by 21% this time around. Whereas IIM Calcutta, if I remember correctly, had the median salary go up by about 16%. So quite a few IIMs, about 8 of the IIMs fell dramatically in their placement median salaries also by between 5 to 21%. You must look out for those IIMs and make sure that you understand the data and then deal with that. So I'm going to let you go to the earlier video on IIMs to understand the kind of data that we collected, which might help you decide for yourself. Because there is a possibility that you would rather join a better B school, private B school, instead of those IIMs, and then get a better student outcome that is needed. Now let's go to the, beyond the IIMs, let's look at the top 100 B schools, right? The top 100 B schools, when we look at it, and this is excluding the IIMs, remember that. So we excluded the IIMs and then came out with this data. The total intake in the other 80 B schools, because there are 22 IIMs by the way, but we have data for only 20 of them. And similarly, when we have the top 100, we have data for, I think, 92 of the B schools. Now, if I exclude IIMs, it's about 72 of them. So the total intake is 25,362. of which admitted in the first year is 24,765. So the admitted to ratio is slightly lesser. Of this 24,765, only 24,006 students graduated, which means about 3-4% students did not even graduate. And of these 24,000, 22,398 is the placed numbers, which is the number of students placed. 517 more for higher education. So placement percentage, what they claim is 95.36, but against graduated, which is 24,006, 22,398, which is 93.3% placed. So the placement percentage, as far as we understand, is about 93.3%. Placement against admitted is different, and the median salary is 12.21 lakh for the other 80, or in this case, other 72, if I'm not wrong. Right, that's the number that you have, and we actually have created a detailed worksheet for this. I'll just show you how we collected, created this sheet also. This is the data that we created of the top 100 minus the IIMs, and these what we have: SPJMR, XLRE, IIFT, Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay. So even all the DOMs, Department of Management Studies in IITs also, are a part of the non-IIMs that we collected. And this is the salary that we have: 30 lakh, 28 lakh, 26 lakh, 25 lakh, 20. So this is what you have, and you keep going down at the top 100, mind you. You're also dealing with 5 lakh, 5 lakh 40, 6 lakh, 6 lakh 10, 6 lakh 50, 6 lakh 50, and so on and so forth. Look at this data here. So this is what you should be looking at. But even if you're dealing with top 100, you also have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 14 B schools which are delivering less than 7 lakh, 8 lakh kind of a salary, and about 2 B schools are less than 6 lakhs also, about 540 and 5 lakh, and if few of them are less than 7 lakh, which is about 6 of them are less than 7 lakh. And that we talk of the top B schools in this country, mind you, and I'm not even getting at the median, the placement percentage. That's another story altogether. At this point in time, I'm only dealing with the median salary. But I want to analyze further, go deeper and analyze this whole thing. So I'll also talk about that as I move along. Let us go there, right? Now, we talked to the top 100 and I told you about 12.21 lakh, but I also showed you that some of them are getting 6 lakh, 7 lakh, 8 lakh, 9 lakh also. In fact, more than half the people are getting less than 10 lakh rupees as median salary in the top 100 B schools. Now, moving further, let us talk of 19 B schools, and we then try to break this into ranges. So we're talking of 15 lakh and above 15 lakh, but all B schools which earn a median salary of more than 15 lakh rupees, and but they are not IIMs, right? And there we got the total intake being about 5,625. There are 19 B schools, by the way. The 19 B schools which are not IIMs, which have a salary of more than 15 lakh rupees as median salary, right? And there the total intake, 19 B schools, is what you have, right? And earning greater than 15 lakh median salary, right? And there these 19 B schools have an intake of 5,625, and admitted is 5,350, graduate is 5,257, placed is 5,090, higher studies is 42, the placement percentage is 97.6%, placement against graduated is 96.82%, and placement against admitted is 95.14%. So everything is working out well for them. They're as good as IIMs in that sense, because remember, the IIMs, the median salary is about 20.13 lakh or something. These 20.62. So the 19 B schools beyond the IIMs earning 15 lakh rupees and more, when you look at the average of the median salary, it is 20.62 lakh. If you remember earlier, of the IIMs, this 20.62, remember that? Here it's 21.02. So just about close to each other, this 21.02, and these non-IIMs, top 19 of them, which are earning more than 15 lakh salary, when you split that, it is 20.62 lakh. Now let's go to the next level, which is 18 B schools which are earning in the range of 10 to 15 lakhs. So remember, we're talking of 20 IIMs, 19 B schools which are above 15 lakhs. Now we're talking of 18 B schools which are in the range of 10 to 15 lakh. And this entire thing, remember, we're talking of the top 100 B schools and splitting that into the salary ranges to create some kind of an analysis for you. These 18 B schools have an intake of 6,632, admitted is 6,547, graduate is 6,340, placed is 6,074, higher studies is 96. The placement percentage is graduated is 95.8%. And remember earlier, the top 15 lakh and above, the average of the median is 21 lakhs, 20.6 lakh. This is 11.65 lakh, because the salary range is 10 lakh to 15 lakh. So the median comes down to, the average of the median salary comes down to 11.65 lakh, which means it's the bottom end. Should have been 12.5 lakh, but it's 11.65 lakh. So we're going down at this point in time. For this also, we created a sheet. Look at this sheet here. where you will exactly know what are the 18 B schools which are in the salary range of 10 to 15 lakhs. You start with, so Goa Institute of Management is 14.64 lakh with and a placement percentage of 100%. You have Great Lakes 13.42 lakh, 93% placement. Madan Malaviya University of Technology Gorakhpur 13.15 lakh, 100% placement. TAPI TAPME 12.73 lakh, 100% placement. IMI Kolkata 12.49 lakh, 100% placement, and so on. KJ Somaya 12 lakh, 90% placement, and you have that data also. You can take out that, but all put together 97% placement, and average of the median salary across the board is 11.65 lakh. You also have the names. If you want, again, we'll publish a white paper soon. Please download that. You will actually have data across the last 3 years of the kind of placement that each of these B schools have done. Right. Now moving further to the next batch. In this one, we talk of 18 B schools which are earning between 10 and 15 lakhs. Now let's talk of the next one, which is people earning between 5 lakh and 10 lakh. Remember, we talk of the top 100 B schools, and we also have B schools which are, where the median salary is between 5 lakh and 10 lakh, which means that a lot of students will be getting less than 5 lakhs also. And let me show that to you. Here we had the total number of B schools here is 35 of them, where the median salary is between 5 lakh and 10 lakh. And the total intake is 13,105. Admitted is 12,868. Graduated is 12,409. Place is 11,234. Higher studies is 379. The placement against graduated is 90%. Earlier it was 98%, now it's 90%. And the median salary is 7.93 lakh. Now if you look at the names again here, these are the names 35 B schools that we're talking about, right? JIMS is there, Christ University, Jaipuria, Banaras Hindu University, and when you keep going down, Anna University, Shiksha Anusandhan, Atal Bihari Vajpayee Indian Institute of Information Technology and Management, Gwalior. This is IIIT, by the way, remember that. Aligarh University, Manipal Jaipur, Jamia Hamdard, Savita, Graphic Era, MNIT Jaipur, Amrita, Rajagiri. So this is what you have. This is the kind of median salaries that you have. Remember, these are all top 100, but the median salary of these people is less than between 5 and 10 lakh rupees is what we're talking of. Here, the average of the placement percentage is 92%, and the median salary is 7,93,292.5. So that is what I thought you must know. This is the analysis that we talk. So now if you look at the overall situation now, IIMs 98.85% placement at 21.02. The top 100 minus the IIMs 93.30% placement, 12.21 lakh. If you remove the IIMs and look at anyone who's getting more than 15 lakhs, there are about 19 of them, and here its placement percentage is 96.82%, and the median salary is 20.62 lakh. Then 10 to 15 lakh, there are 18 institutions, 95.8% being the placement, and 11.65 lakh is the median salary. And 5 lakh to 10 lakh, you have 35 institutions, 90.53% is the placement, 7.93 lakh is the median salary. Remember, when you look at this, 53 plus 19, 72 plus, IIMs 20 of them, which is, 92 is what we have. Because when we looked at the top 100 and started looking at data, only for 92 of them we could get data. And that's still good enough data for you to understand how this entire things are moving. And remember, we're talking the top 100 institutions, where you also have the 5 lakh, 5.5 lakh, 6 lakh also, and that is very important for you to understand, because then you'll understand that MBA doesn't guarantee a placement, and MBA doesn't mean that you're actually going to get a 6-figure salary kind of a thing, because many of these things would be much lesser than that. I'm talking of monthly salary, right? So that is something that I wanted to convey to you, and that's where we send this. Again, I repeat, if you want any of these ebooks, send us a message. If you want any assistance, send us a message, MBA on this number, 8130-376-334. And if you want to attend any of the mock tests, you can feel free to send a message CL on the same number, and we'll actually register you for the Career Launcher mock test also. I hope this helps you. If you want me to cover anything else, please write to me in the message box here. I'll cover that for you. Do subscribe to MBA360. Thank you so much. Namaste.